This is Desert Homestead Prepping. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Alright, so now that we got this delivered, I need to focus on the electrical. So I've run an extension cord. I found that there's a place to plug in an extension cord for the power, but I need to really kind of go through it and understand and just really understand how this is set up. There's some really funky things going on with the wiring up by the desk area in this trailer that I'm really struggling to wrap my head around. Show you what's going on there, but back here where the generator is, it seems to be pretty straightforward. All right, so this is the generator. Right here is where the extension cord plugs in. So this is a 220 system, and they've taken part of the system offline. So this is the second phase of the 220, and they've just only done one phase. So that's how it's set up, and I've done voltage checks on this breaker panel over here, and everything's 120 and working just fine. Seems to be pretty straightforward. Goes to the air conditioners, and then to the outlets up there. So this thing right here is a switch. It's an automatic switch, so that you can have electricity plugged in, and if you fire up the generator, this switch will automatically shut off the power coming from the cord and switch the power over to the generator. That's pretty cool. And I've checked that out, and it looks like it's all set up right and accurate. So yeah, pretty straightforward. I'm gonna have to see what I do going forward with that second phase to make this a 240 system. I don't even know if I really need to make it a 240 system. I'll have to think that over. So when it comes to the generator, I do believe the generator is a propane generator. So I've looked at the propane tanks under this, and they're all rusty. I'm not even gonna mess with those. I might have to put in just a gas line that I hook up to a propane bottle for that generator. But I don't know. It might be something that I want to use for a backup system for the whole property, and I might just take it out of there. But for now, I'm not even going to worry about the generator. We're just going to try to get this squared away so that it has lights, wall sockets, and make sure the air conditioners are set up for when summer comes. And that's really all that matters. And then the rest of it, I'll have to go through and make sense of it. So I'm trying to figure out the electrical on this. Let me kind of show you the rat's nest that I came across. Alright, so here is this control panel. And I'm just not even understanding some of these things. Like, this looks like a breaker that keeps tripping. So they had it taped. They had it taped closed so that it would not trip, which is just ridiculous. And then so this is supposed to be to the lights, and nothing's plugged in right now. So I pull this off, and this is what's inside here. Like, I don't even know how to make sense of this, because this is a fuse for DC voltage, And then these are wires for AC. And it's just freaking weird. Like it's all mixed matched or something. I don't know what the hell. This was to the generator. That's a whole different story to start it. Not a big deal. And then obviously this came from the battery hookup from the truck, when the truck was hooked up to this. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this all out. Really all I care about are the lights, because these over here, they have power. Trace them back. They're clean. Pretty straightforward. Go straight to the breaker box where we're hooked up to the plug to plug into our power. This one is live and was just tucked up in here, and it comes from the breaker box. So just gonna have to do some testing as I work through this. I'll definitely try to be very careful. I'll probably be tripping some breakers, but that's just the way it's gonna go. We got to get these lights figured out. The air conditioners work. They're hooked up. They're pretty straightforward as well. Their power goes, or their power comes straight from the breaker boxes, and each one has its own breaker. So pretty simple there. So all we got to figure out are the lights, because she's got plenty of wall sockets here for her, you know, her glue gun and all that kind of stuff. The main thing we just need are these lights. So that's what I'm working on. This just gets weirder and weirder. I don't even know. So there's more stuff hidden down here. Look at this. What is this? Look at this. This is a light switch that's like, what the hell? This is scary stuff. So this is an extension cord. One of those cheap ones that you'd buy at Walmart or something. That's wired into this light switch. It's just freaking wacky. And it goes into here. I think this is the power supply to the furnace. So this, what I thought was a taped up light switch, is not a light switch. Look at what this is. I thought it was a switch because the way this is sticking out. Now that I got this ungodly amount of tape off of here, it's a socket. This extension cord is still complete. It's just plugged in there. Look at these scorch marks. This is scary. Who thought that this was a good idea? This is just absolutely craziness. All right, well, so I figured out what's going on with this mess, and just sucks. You know, what threw me off was the 120 residential wiring all mixed together. It was hard to make sense of it. So it turns out that that is the 12-volt battery supply, is what that is. So we don't have to worry about all that. And that actually, the supply for that is over at the front of the trailer, and it's all cut and everything, so we don't have to worry about those shorting out or anything. I'm just going to get rid of that mess. We're going to cover that up. Not even going to worry about it. And then that'll be good. So we have the 120 wall sockets. The air conditioners work on 120. The bad thing is these lights are all 12 volt. It's just not going to work. Even worse, I got thrown off because of the lights. I pulled the lights to look at them, and they all say AC 120. And so I plugged this whole system in to this extension cord, and they all popped. Destroyed all the light fixtures. It's got
the lights are like amazing.
Yes.
All the way down. If we get this lit, it's going to be well lit.
They're all destroyed, which doesn't really matter, I guess, because we couldn't have used them. I mean, I would have had to set up a battery charger and a battery for all this, and still, then I'd have been worried about this mess of wires, and God knows what's shorting out and what's going to catch fire. So I ordered the light fixtures we need to replace this for a pretty good deal. 8 light fixtures for $160. Not bad at all. All 120. I'll be able to replace all these and set it up so that it's on a switch by the door, and yeah, it'll be a lot better. It'll be safer because I know what's going on, and yeah, it'll be a lot better. All right, so I'm gonna clean up this mess and get that all covered up, and then start hauling a couple bags of my wife's stuff in here so that she can start putting things away.
Okay, so I'm in here. Mark has been working on the electrical. I do have outlets working. All my lights do not work yet. So I'm in here. First thing I need to do is wipe down these shelves and the counters. I do have 4 bags of ribbon and 4 boxes of mesh that I had brought back with me last week before the trailer was delivered. So I actually have been up and made an itinerary of kind of how I want my shelves laid out in here. So I might rearrange, who knows? I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I could just see myself putting the ribbons up and then moving them all to different locations later on. But I have 10 shelves, 10 sections that I have here with colors and holidays and everything I have. And then I'm going back into town on Thursday to grab another load. Hopefully Mark will bring 8 more boxes of ribbon that I have at my store that I have already boxed up. So I'm gonna start working on this. First of all, I'm gonna start cleaning, and yeah, I'm just gonna get started.
Okay, so I got a load of some of Penny's craft supplies. I'm gonna start taking those in, and I got the new light fixtures to replace all these ones that I burnt out. Come back in here to get this electrical squared away. Really, it's just these lights. So we got the new light fixtures. I'm gonna get those in place, and I'm gonna run off of this wire I found up here that's just capped off. It's got power, doesn't go to anything. So from there, I'm gonna actually run the cable over into this corner because my wife would like some more wall sockets to be able to plug in, various tools and things. And from there, I'll run to a switch that we'll have over here close to the door, and that switch will go to all the lights. That way it's real easy to open the door and flip on the lights. So that's what I'm going to get going on. Talked with my wife, asked her where she wanted the wall socket. She said she wanted it kind of medium on this back corner, medium height. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be a little exposed, kind of like these sockets over here. But it's going to be fine. At least you'll have more options for electricity, and we'll know that it's safe. So that's what I'm going to get doing, is stringing some wire, trying to hide it in these corners the best that I can. Well, how do you guys think that turned out? I think this is going to be wonderful. Just amazing. So, by mistake, we bought these fixtures. They're 8 feet long, and you can daisy chain them. You can hook them all together so that you can run them in one straight line. So we had to reconfigure a little. We had to reconfigure just a little bit, but it turned out to be better than we had planned before. So I was gonna put. I thought they were the same size as the other fixtures, and I was just gonna hook them in there, and then cords going to each one. This looks a lot cleaner, a lot nicer, and it is super bright. So I still got more to do. Let me show you over here. The lights came with these different connections. Like you can have this where you just plug it in, and you can have it set up where you can wire them in, or connect them all together. They have all kinds of different options. So yeah, I got them all hooked up just like that, just for now, to see how they do. Tomorrow I'll run a cord, I'll run power behind this panel, and then I guess I'm gonna have to run it down here to this light switch, and that should get us what we need. So yeah, it's getting late. My wife just rang the dinner bell. Time to go in, eat some food, and just take it easy for the night. I'm gonna get back on this today. I ran into a small hiccup. Should have been reading the instructions. Got this little tiny instruction card, and it says you cannot run more than 4 of these in series. So I screwed up. I got 3 on this side, and then I connected them across, bridged that gap, and did another 3, and that would have put 6 in series. So this cord adapter that just has the switch on it, I guess that's what we're going to go with on this side. Pretty easy. The end of it's right there, and then we got our wall sockets right there. That'll make it super easy. This one, we will hook it up to the switch down here on the stairs. That's really important so that you're not tripping over things in the dark. When you come in here at night, you can flip on the light switch and have plenty of light. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna get back at this. I'm gonna undo what I did back there and pull that wiring out, and then get this finished up, get it all cleaned up, so that I can get out of my wife's way so she can finish organizing in here. Give it a shot. Let's see how it does. So this one's a no-brainer, pretty simple. Oh yeah. Now, see how this does. Man. I know that this isn't really too special, this wiring and all that, but this is one chapter in our life in the progress of this homestead. So we appreciate you guys following us along for all that we go through, for the extreme moments and the boring everyday moments. That's just how it is. Make sure you come back. We'll catch you in the next one.